and Dr. G.F. McHale Scully from www.elrocinante.com. Doc, you're looking a little rough today. ¿Qué pasó, guy?
I tell you what, Milo. Chingos de cerveza noche. Got drunker than a skunk. Horrible.
Doc, you're a doctor. What kind of remedy for those hangovers?
I take a three-pronged approach. One, Excedrin. Knocks out a hangover de volada. Two, Xanax. Anxiety, adios. Three, I try to convince the old lady to have sex with me. She doesn't always agree.
Always an interesting answer from you, doctor. Speaking of borrachos, Bill Hudson.
I'm metal borracho de Brownsville.
Boozing Bill Hudson. You know, what's up with you and Bill Hudson? You guys got a tight relationship. Yet I passed by the tennis courts behind the event center that belong to the city of Brownsville. 15 tennis courts, all lit up. 11:30 at night, there's Dr. McHale and Bill Hudson playing tennis away. Boy, you're the owner, manager, janitor of elrocinante.com. How could you do that, guys, when you're cutting waste, but yet you and Bill Hudson are there using free electricity that PUB provides to the city? ¿Qué pasó?
Oh, no mames, güey. In this town, you can't talk with anybody without being accused of this or accused of that. You can be friends with somebody and still be political enemies. There's no problem there. With Bill Hudson is the most generous person in Brownsville. Of course, he's generous without money. But after a tennis match, he invites me over to Dolce. We eat, we drink, we talk about the stars, we talk about the moon, and then he picks up the bill. I want to show you something, big guy. Talk about puppets. Got a little buddy here. Who is this?
Hey, that's Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz Lightyear. This is Bill Hudson by day, and Bill Hudson's pissed at you. He wants to say something. Bob, why did you try to kick my ass in front of the city commission? Why can't we be friends?
The situation there, let me brief all the viewers here, is that there was a meeting once over there at the city chamber, and I was there, and Mr. Hudson and me just had friendly debate there. The poor gentleman couldn't handle the debate. He takes out to the Brownsville Police Department. He makes a report on me. Oh yeah, Hudson, the thing is, I didn't make a report on you for public intoxication because the whole city chamber smelled like Scotch whiskey. Now, let me tell you, the situation with Hudson, I like the guy. He's a businessman. I can respect the businessman.
Un abrazo por Bill.
I like Bill. Yeah, but the thing is, it's some of his puppets. Now, I hope Mayor Trevino doesn't know that you're playing under the tennis courts under free lights on how critical you are with you. You know, the mayor comes down on people that are critical of him, even though he's there supporting that 2% rich of the community instead of the average citizen. Now, you know, Millard is a main instigator of all that.
Stop.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know Jeff Millard.
Yeah.
They always give their whole name.
Go. You know, that Jeff Millard, he's the #1 puppet of Hudson. He's instigating all this money, vacuuming of the taxpayers' coffers for his benefit and his Paseo de la Plaza benefit. Now, I want to just, you know, I like Hudson, but I want to teach this man something one day. And first of all, I want to give this for your doll of Mr. Hudson. It is a little pin of the city of Brownsville. He cares for the future of Brownsville just like I do. So I want to go ahead and give it to him so he doesn't forget that Brownsville comes first, not his developing company. Now, you know, people like Elliot Ness, Maclovio, Cyber Junkie, County Observer, Pistol Pete, Pat Ahuada, Mr. Pineda's Pantomime, Mr. Shrimp, Midnight Rider, those kind of people have told the thousands of viewers at RobertSanchez05.com about the click, El Clubo. John Shergold has touched good on the Clubo. And you know, or actually, okay, I will erase that. John Shergold has touched on the clique. Elliot changed the name to El Clubo. But you know what? They both make sense. I'm sick and tired of all this Clubo and clique controlling the city. You know, there's Bill Hudson with the PUB, and yet what happened to the normal people? It's Bill Hudson before the normal people, the regular folks. Doc? Okay, Bill Hudson and me aren't political partners. Who are the other henchmen?
First of all, say goodbye to Bill.
Bye-bye, Bill.
I've got a list here of some of the most evil people in Brownsville. Santa Claus doesn't go down their chimneys. Let's start with PUB. Renato Blackie Cardenas, married to none other than Miss Piggy. Neil Syphilis Simmons. These people are infecting Brownsville. They're making millions while we pay for their profits. Why are they able to get away with it? Because they have a rubber stamping city commission led by none other than Mayor Eddie Panocha Trevino, helped by commissioners Ernie de Il Hernandez and Carlos Cadillac Cisneros. Good buddy of yours.
But let me tell you, you know, Hudson with the PUB, that seems to be an issue. And
Hudson is able to get away with murder, much like Bush is able to get away with murder in Iraq, because he has all these followers that merely ate whatever he says. Let's start with PUB. We have two of the worst villains of Brownsville that are controlling PUB along with Bill Hudson. They are none other than Renato Blackie Cardenas, married to Miss Piggy, and his sidekick, Neil Syphilis Simmons. These two people are infecting Brownsville with their greed. Why are they able to get away with it? Because they have a rubber stamping city commission led by none other than Mayor Eddie Panocha Trevino. And who's he helped by? City Commissioners Ernie de Il Hernandez and Carlos Chueco Cisneros. You're good, old buddy.
you got the name right.
And why are they able to get away with it? Because they're protected by the Brownsville Herald and publisher R. Daniel El Coco Loco Cavazos. And when he can't come up with an idea, they turn to another good buddy of yours, Jeff Spike Millar. But listen, big guy, you're to blame for a lot of this. These guys are making millions at PUB through their inside dirty deals, and you're not doing a damn thing about it. Why not?
Doc, you're an intelligent human being. My friend, there's other fellow board members, Mr. Chris Valadez, Mr. Pat Almada, our ex-mayor. You know, they're with me and we're working together and we're finding cost-cutting measures and looking for ways to make the PUB stronger financially. Now, we have obligations financially in the future that the PUB has that were set up in the mid-90s by the politicians that the voters voted in. Now, we're the next group in 2005 now trying to deal with all this stress of the financial obligations. My goodness, the developers, last 10 years, $56 million in savings with the impact fees and the water fees. Come on. The city commissioners, Sally Arroyo, Carlos Cisneros, Eddie Trevino, Edward Camarillo, and Ernie Hernandez, they just voted to increase our PUB electric rates by 5% times 4 years. Ladies and gentlemen, my small business is Captain Bob's. They're going to be hit with $200 each month extra. Everything's going to go up in the city. Why did they do this? This is such a I have such a problem with this. And this is one of the issues with Bill Hudson. That's why he doesn't see eye to eye with me. And that's why he called the Brownsville police that time, because he's just so frustrated. They don't want young politicians speaking up. Now, who's it? Bill Hudson gets away with this stuff. And you know why? He's a smart man, and he has convinced the citizens of Brownsville that he is there serving the best interest of the city of Brownsville. I wonder about that. Now I ask you, doctor, like I said, you're intelligent, you're a doctor. Is Deuce and Bill positive or negative for the city commission?
tell you what, Cap, when it comes to asking the questions that need to be asked, no one does a better job than you. Personally, when it's all said and done, you can't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Well, you know what? With the exception, if that gifted horse is eating all the oats and not leaving anything for anybody else. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for viewing our first show, the Cap and Doc Show, here with Captain Bob and Dr. G.F. McHale Scully from elrocinante.com. We'll see you next time when we cover the next subject. Is there anybody on the city commission that we can trust? Thank you all.